How to Play My Own Summer by Deftones.
So what you want to do is tune everything down a half step and then tune the sixth string down an additional half step. So you can use really just any tuner. If you have a physical one, just use that. Or if you're broke like me, you can just use your phone. There's like 100 apps that are going to do the same thing for tuning. But the best one I found was Pro Guitar Tuner. It's a free app. Yeah, once you get that down, we're going to move on to the main riff. Alright, so I'm moving on to step 2, which is just the main riff. I'd say it's pretty easy and beginner friendly, just mainly because it's just the one string. There's no chords, it's just notes. But to start off, you're going to play 0, 11, 12, 0, 11, and once you get to the 11, you're going to slide down to the 8th fret. So altogether, it would just sound like this. And once you get there to the 8th, you want to hit it open, and then you want to hit it the same way you did before, 0, 8, so. But after that, you want to slide to 7. And once you get to 7, you hit it open again, back to 8, and once you get to 8, you slide to the 5th fret. And then you hit the 5th fret a second time after that, and that's so you can restart the riff. So all together, it should sound like this. And that's step 2 done. It's pretty easy. Alright, so now that the first riff's done, we're moving on to the second riff. It's pretty similar, but this time we're actually going to be using the E and the A string. Well, I guess technically right now it'd be C and G because we're in drop C sharp. But to start, we're going to hit 0, 7, 8, and then 0, 8, slide down to 5. So it's going to sound like this. And after that, you're going to want to hit 0, 5, 0, 5, and then slide to 7, 0 again, hit 8, and then slide down to 4. And after you slide down to 4, you hit 4 again, so that way you can restart the riff. So, putting it together, it should sound like this. And that's the second part done. So all together, it should sound a little bit like this. That's the second riff done, and now we can move on to the third and final one, and you will know how to play the song after that. Alright, so now that we're done with the second riff, we can move on to the third and final one. So what we're going to do is, I'm not trying to flip you off, but we need to bar the 8th fret, and barring is just when you use one finger to hold down more than one string. So bar the 8th fret, and then you want to fret and hold down on the 4th string on the 9th fret. And from there, you strum, it says 32 times on tabs, but you know, it's a lot to count. So just count to 10 seconds before you move on to the next part of the riff. So it's gonna sound like this. After that, you want to hit the 5th string, the 5th fret, excuse me, and I still bar it. I think it's easier that way. But bar the 2 strings, hit that 3 times, and then move on back to 8, strum it twice, and then hit it open. So like this. And then after that, you want to do the same thing you did on the 5th fret, hit it 3 times, but now you would slide to the 8th again, and hit the 8 3 times, and then hit it open twice. So it's like this. And then from there, you would do the same thing. You go back to flipping you off, and then holding down 8 and 9. And that is the third and final riff. And that's really all there is to the song. You put them all together, and you've learned My Own Summer.